Welcome to another team meeting. We're so excited to have you here. Today, we're going to discuss the Big Six experiences. And for me personally, I'm going to talk about having an internship or job in college that applied to learning done in the classroom. So, consider the following. You just graduate college and you're in your career of your dreams, but shortly you find out that you don't like your job at all. And then you start to think that college was a waste. You don't like your job or what you're doing. And sadly, if you would have considered taking an internship in college that dealt with this type of career, you would have found out that you didn't like it back then. This is just one example of people who don't try an internship in college and suffer the consequences. So, what does it mean to have an internship that applies to learning from your classes? Well, you're able to apply what you've learned in class to an out-of-class experience. You're able to have a job that teaches you the things that you learn in class, and you're able to see the things that you learn in class being applied to a job. Also, it's important to consider taking classes that are relevant to the career that you want to pursue in the future. So things like, if you want to be or if you're a marketing major and you want to do marketing in the future, doing some type of athletic marketing for the Huskers. This goes with, having an internship or job that pertains to your major in some sort of way. So why is it important to have this specific Big Six experience? If you are able to apply what you've learned in the classroom, then you'll be able to relate to school, and it'll hopefully make you work harder in school, because then you know how your schoolwork applies to the real world. Also, it'll make you better at your job. So if you're able to apply, a few tricks that you've learned in your classes to your job, people will see that, and you might be able to teach others what you've learned from school. And then by getting an internship or job in college, you're also able to figure out what you like and dislike doing, so you won't end up like the guy in the beginning. So by the time you graduate, you'll hopefully have also a better idea of what you want to do, so you won't graduate from college thinking that you want to do something and then find out the hard way that that's not what you want to do at all. So recommendations I have for achieving this Big Six experience are talking to people who are older than you, so having a mentor from college that is the same major as you and has tried different internships or different jobs, and talk to them and ask them, what internships do they like having, what do they not like having, and what do they recommend. Also, take classes that you are interested in so that they apply to your future career, what you want to do after college, so you're able to actually apply what you're learning in the classroom outside of college. Use trial and error also. So, be searching for internships and opportunities and jobs, and try a couple. If you don't like them, that's okay. You can always quit, and you won't have to find out the hard way that you don't like doing that. You'll learn in college that, yeah, this is what you want to do for the rest of your life, or no, this is definitely not. So it gives you a great opportunity to learn and get experience and build up your resume as well. And then lastly, it's never too early to start applying. I actually had 2 jobs this past semester, and I'm really happy that I applied for them and got them, because they gave me experience and they made me realize that these are things that I enjoy doing, but is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. 55% of college students say they had a job that applied what they learned in the classroom to their work. So that means that 45% weren't as lucky as the others and may have had to find out the hard way that they don't enjoy their work as much. So as for my alumni interview, I had the opportunity to interview my house dad, Chris Burma. So Chris is the vice president at Kana Systems of Government and Business. And essentially what he does is he works with the government on contracts and paying the employees. He's like the messenger between Kana Systems and the government. He implements what the government wants from Kana Systems and talks to them. So he had a lot of great advice, but the key things that I took away were, in order to maximize your time at college, try out a bunch of different things. In the beginning, if something sounds interesting to you, pursue it. Try out a bunch of different things, and then learn what you like and dislike, and then slowly make sure you're about quality over quantity. So invest your time in a few organizations and give as much time and effort as you can into those. And by doing that, you'll make a bigger difference than spreading yourself thin over multiple organizations. It's important to make a big difference in a couple versus a little difference in a lot. And then one of the best things he told me he did in college was getting an internship. He actually got an internship at Kana Systems, which allowed him to move up through the ranks, and that's why he's the vice president now. So it's really cool to see how him having an internship in college allowed him to move up through the ranks, and he was vice president pretty much right after he graduated, just because he had so much experience with the company. And then he said, make sure that you actively listen. Try to learn as much as you can, and even in the classes that you don't enjoy, make sure that you're actively listening and trying to learn as much as possible. He told me that he hated accounting in college and didn't pay attention at all, and now he said he really wishes he would have, because there's actually accounting that he has to do, and he doesn't really understand how to do it because he didn't really pay attention in class. So it's really important to pay attention in the classes that you're not so interested in. All right, thanks, guys.